Have you ever noticed na kahit sad or may pinagdadaanan, Filipino still finds a way to smile, laugh, sing, or even makipag-socialize? It may seem surprising, pero this is actually one of the ways Filipino deal with their stress. So today, we will understand how culture shapes the way Filipinos experience and cope with their stress. So before we discuss our topic for today's video, let me introduce myself first. Good morning everyone, especially to our course professor, Ma'am Claire de la Rosa. Good morning. I am Nadine T. Hamarawan from BSED major in English, and I will be discussing the topic of the social and cultural dimension of stress based on the ideas of Mr. Michael L. Tan. So first, what is stress? Ang stress ay yung feeling na nape-pressure or tension na nararamdaman natin sa everyday life. According to Dr. Tan, stress is not just personal, it is also influenced by culture. So, ibig sabihin, kung ano yung nagkakos ng stress at kung paano natin ito hinahandle ay nakadepende sa traditions, beliefs, at environment natin. In the Filipino context, malaki ang role ng culture sa pag-shape ng stress. Filipino are used to living in crowded and noisy places at nasanay na tayo sa ganong environment. Pero interestingly, sensitive tayo pagdating sa mga amoy. Kaya, maraming gumagamit sa atin ng mga perfumes, air fresheners, at aromatherapy para mas makaramdam ng relaxation or comfort. There are types of stress. First is the personal stress. Personal stress comes from problem or challenges within yourself or your daily life. Second is the social stress. Social stress comes from your interaction with other people or the society. And the third one is the cultural stress. Cultural stress comes from differences or pressure related to tradition, culture, and beliefs. So maraming sources of stress ang Filipinos. And one of the main sources ay work and livelihood. Halimbawa, yung mga farmers natin nagwo-worry sila pagdating ng drought or typhoon season. And habang yung mga urban workers naman ay strict sa kanilang bosses at conflict with their co-workers. And also, family is um, a major source of stress dahil close ang family ties ng mga Filipinos. Marami ring responsibilities at expectation. For example, yung mga OFW natin or yung mga migrants, mas mataas ang pressure nila dahil sila yung inaasahan ng kanilang pamilya na mag na tumulong pagdating sa mga financial. Even though Filipinos often appear happy and cheerful, minsan natatago lang nito ang stress. Many cope through pagsasaya or showing happiness by singing, dancing, at pakikipag-socialize. Kahit sa sad events like quakes, makikita mo pa rin ang ganitong behavior. And it may seem unusual, pero nakakatulong ito para ma-manage ang emotions. Pagdating naman sa emotional responses, some Filipinos deal with stress quietly. So, 'di ba, may mga tao talaga na gustong isarili or itago yung problema or yung stress nila. And women and men deal with stress differently. Women often practice like tiis or kim-kim, meaning they enjoy and keep their feelings inside. So, yung mga kababaihan, mas prefer nila talaga na itago or ikimkim, magtiis sa problema na meron sila. While yung men naman, on the other hand, usually cope by bonding with friends or minsan naman through drinking, alcohol, or social activities. Yung parang gusto nilang makalimutan saglit yung problema nila. sa pamamagitan ng pag-iinom o at pakikipag-socialize sa iba. Stress is not only emotional, it can also affect the body. Maraming Filipinos ang nakakaranas ng headaches, stomach pain, dizziness, o fatigue kapag stressed, 'di ba? Marami talaga tayong nararamdaman na mga ano-ano sa katawan natin kapag tayo ay may pinagdadaanan or maraming stress na talaga yung nararamdaman natin. And minsan, ginagamit ang term na nervous kahit ang ibig sabihin nito ay pwedeng high blood pressure. And this can cause confusion when seeking medical help. Meron din tayong tinatawag na unique Filipino concepts related to stress. And one of the example is bangungot. Bangungot refers to sudden death during sleep or often linked to a nightmare. And the another one is namamahay. Ito ay tumutukoy sa discomfort na nararamdaman natin kapag malayo tayo sa ating pamilya o sa ating mga mahal sa buhay. So, ipinapakita nito kung gaano kalaki ang influence ng culture sa pag-intindi natin sa stress. Filipinos also have traditional ways of coping and healing. Ang manghihilot or traditional healer. Ang manghihilot or traditional healer uses massage hindi lang para sa physical pain, kundi pati na rin sa emotional stress. Meron ding simple activities like gardening, sewing, or playing games na nakakatulong para kumalma ang isip. In conclusion, stress among Filipinos is greatly influenced by culture. Iba-iba man ang paraan ng pag-cope like socializing, staying positive, or enduring quietly, lahat ito ay meaningful. Understanding these cultural practices can help us to better support people in managing stress. And at the end of the day, ang pinakaimportante ay kung paano tayo nananatiling matatag at nakakahanap ng kasiyahan kahit sa gitna ng challenges. And to end my discussion, I have here a quotation that says, in the Filipino spirit, stress is not the end of this story. It is where strength, hope, and unity begin. Thank you for listening.